All right, so what I finished last time, acid base, bronzed acid, bronzed base, and how we identify these acid and base, what are the parents compound, what are the conjugate acid and base. As last time I already explained you very well. All right, and I did some example for that, which one acid, which one is conjugate acid, conjugate base. And as you know that always conjugate will be different. For acid, conjugate will be base. For base, conjugate will be an acid. And this is the way how to write conjugate acid and base. Everybody listen to me now. Hello?
Yes, Doctor, I am with you.
Okay. All right. Now, I also explain about the water molecule because this is autoionization. The autoionization, this both water molecule will react to each other. One hydrogen, one proton is lost by one molecule, and other molecule will gain the proton. What is the according to the definition of Bronsted acid and base? One molecule of water will consider as an acid who just remove the release the proton, and other one gain the proton, that is act as a base. So both are acid and base reaction. So in the other side, you will get hydronium ion, that is one H extra here, and get the positive charge because two lone pair of electron is removed and react with hydrogen as a proton. Another will get HO or OH minus, that is. So one of them on the left hand side is acid and base, and on the right side, definitely I told you all the positive species always looks like an acid and the negative species looks like a base. So then you can write acid and conjugate acid and base pair. And we also we also taught about the ion product of water, that Kw, right? And you know that K constant for acid and base we can write according to the law of mass action. The product of the ions proton and the product of the anion to the raised to the power divided by the water molecule. If it is liquid or solid, so you should know that this water molecule, the pure water molecule and pure solid cannot be added into the expression. So we can just write because these are the constant. It will not affect any reaction by adding or by removing water. So the Kw, that is the K into this water, V is equal to Kw. So this is the water constant. You should know that that is equal to the concentration of the proton multiplied by concentration of the hydroxyl ion negative. And these are the values for Kw is equal to 1.1 into 10 to the minus 14. So H how much? 1 minus 7, and other OH minus 1 into 10 to the minus 7. So this depends on the pH, right? If both the ions are equivalent, that is means the pH is neutral. And pH is equal to negative log hydrogen ion concentration. So you can calculate, right? So this is the formula we already used in this example. If you know the Kw value, Kh is giving, and OH you can calculate it. Hydrogen ion concentration, that is pH is equal to negative and negative log hydrogen ion concentration. If pH is 0, that is acidic, pH is 7, that is neutral, and pH is 14, that is basic. This I already explained last time how we calculate pH. These are the formulas. We have different formulas for pH. 8 formulas I have written 8 formulas. See, look at here, the 8 or 9 formulas on the left hand side. Any formula can be used for any calculation. Okay. These are also 15.3 we finished. 15.4 is now here the hydrogen ion concentration we can determine if the pH is giving. If suppose in case of OH, hydroxyl ion, sodium hydroxide, OH is giving but calculate the pH, but that is not possible. For pH we should have H plus concentration, but H plus is not giving here. So how, first of all, you have to determine H plus concentration by using the second formula. It is looking the down, right? Then you will get, first of all you get hydrogen ion concentration, that is this, then pH you calculate it. But if you want to do directly, OH is giving, so POH is used. POH negative log OH. Then if you get POH, then you subtract that POH value from this pH is equal to 14 minus POH. So any formula you can use in this calculation. Is this formula clear to you? These two formula we have used, any one you can use. If base is giving and H plus want to calculate, okay, maybe in opposite. Acid concentration is giving and you have to determine the POH, how much POH you get it. Is it clear now? Hello?
Yes, clear.
I'm just repeating this all we have done. Now we start 15.4 strength of acid and base. Just only brief I will tell you. I will not going in detail for this one 15.4 strength. All strong acid and strong base are 100% ionized. Okay. Strong acid and strong base or strong electrolyte 100% dissociation. This one arrow always indicate 100%. This two arrow, it means that is not 100%. This is weak electrolyte, and this is the reversible reaction, equilibrium. So in this case, the starting material, the reactant will come back. More percentage of this reactant will be present at equilibrium and less percentage of the product. But in this case, 100% dissociate into ions. Nothing is left on the left hand side. All NaCl dissociate into ions. That is 100%. That is strong electrolyte. This is weak acid, weak electrolyte. Look at here. These all are strong electrolyte because these all are strong acid. All strong acids are strong electrolyte. All weak acid are weak electrolyte, right? So look at here, the single one arrow. It indicates that this is a strong electrolyte or strong acid, then distribute or dissociate into ion 100%. This will not go back. No equilibrium setup here. Look at the weak acid. The weak acid, the double arrow indicate equilibrium. It means that these ions are very strong, the cation or anion, these are strong, they react together and they will give the reactant again HF and H2O. So this is always in the case of weak acid. All weak acids are weak electrolyte and dissociation are very less, around 1%. 1 minute please. All right. So these are the weak acid and weak electrolyte dissociation. Okay, so let me explain here again. Strong acid or base dissociation is 100%, right? 100% dissociation into ions. 100% dissociation into ions. All right, that is weak acid or weak base. Weak acid, weak base, weak electrolyte, and only 1% dissociation. 1% dissociation into ions. So in the strong acid, the strong acid, okay, only ions are present. Ions are present. Remember that. Only ions. No acid is there, right? Because of direct dissociation. But in weak acid, you will get less ions, less ion, and more acid is present, more acid present in the reaction. It means that it is reversible, it is equilibrium. Okay, reversible. So this is the reversible sign. This only 1% dissociation. Is it clear? What does it mean? I have written on the left and right. Is it clear to you?
Yes, clear. That's all.
Right. Just a general concept you memorize. No need to write anything. If you find if it is a strong acid, you should know the concept. If it is strong base, you should know the concept. If it is weak base acid and weak base, you should know the concept. Only in the case of weak, you will get this one, an equilibrium arrow, double arrow. Only in case of weak. That's why in chapter 14 or chapter 15, you will use ice table for the weak acid. If you have a strong acid, no need to ice table. You can calculate directly pH. But if you calculate pH of a weak acid, you should know first ice table, then you calculate. Remember that ice table. What I have done. All right. Similarly, strong base and weak base, the same concept is used. Conjugate acid and base, I already explained you, right? Conjugate acid and base. Conjugate base of a strong acid has no measurable strength, right? Strong acid and strong base. If you have strong acid, then you will get, this is strong acid, so you will get weak base, conjugate base, weak conjugate base, weak conjugate base. That's why it will not go back. If you have weak acid, it has a strong conjugate base, a strong conjugate base. So this will go to weak acid back. That's why this is reversible reaction. Strong acid or not. So that's why it is saying here. This H3 plus is strongest acid and it exists in aqueous solution. The OH minus ion is the strongest base that can exist in aqueous solution. Okay. Now this is the weak base or the weak electrolyte. Okay. These are the acid and conjugate base. Just it is very clearly written here. The acid strength increase from the bottom to the means high, top. These are the strong acid. Perchloric acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic acid. These are the strong acids. And these are weak acid. These are strong acid. And these are weak acid. Right? So that's why look at here the conjugate base. there is a base strength increase. It means this is weak. This is weak conjugate base. And now this is strong. This is weak base. So if it is weak base, so its conjugate acid will be strong. This is conjugate acid. This is NH2-amide. This is the conjugate. This is the weak acid. So its conjugate base, sorry, this is the weak acid. Very weak acid. Its conjugate base is strong. Okay, that is strong. If conjugate base is strong, that's why this will react and this will give you again NH3 back. So more ammonia is present in the equilibrium situation. That's why we always use I stable to calculate for weak acid, not for strong acid. So here you will use I stable. Use I stable only for weak acid. What is I stable? Why we are using I stable? What should I know that? How we calculate what? Hello? Hello? Listening to me about
Doctor, are you listening?
hello?
Yes,
Hello?
doctor. Yes, doctor.
Okay, I think you drop where you drop, where you stop my listening. I explained this slide. Did you understand or not?
We stopped at strong conjugate base.
Okay. Now this in this slide, it is very clearly written here: strong acid on the top and weak acid on the bottom. So strong acid and weak acid. When you write down the reaction, so for strong acid, the conjugate base always weak. Okay. For strong acid, conjugate base always weak. Okay, I will explain just like I will take an example here. Suppose I will take HCl. HCl is a strong acid. Okay. So now you will get H plus Cl minus, right? So this is a strong acid. So conjugate is strong. This is weak base. Chlorine Cl minus. This is weak base, right? So it is weak base conjugate base for this acid. So they cannot react with H plus, very weak. So this will not get back again. That's why this you will get 100%. But weak acid, I will take an example HF. Weak acid HF. But this is weak acid. weak acid, so this is H plus plus F minus. If this is acid, so this is the conjugate strong base, because this is weak, so its conjugate always is strong. When it is strong, then it will react with H plus very fast, and then you will get all 99% of HF, only 1% you will get the product. So this is the difference. And now this is clearly written here. All strong acid, their conjugate base are very weak, and these are strong in the bottom. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. This is the method how we dissociate. So strong acid, see, 100% dissociate into ion. You will not get back any HCl. So look at here, no HCl is here. And this is HF. And now the HF, this is the conjugate base. This is weak acid, so its conjugate base is strong. HF minus and H plus. So now HF, again you will get it, because this is react with H plus, this is strong base. So at equilibrium you will find more HF and less ions. But at equilibrium here you will find only ions, there is no HCl, because this is a strong acid. So this is the difference between strong acid and weak acid. At equilibrium, what should be there? What ions and what compounds will be there, right? So that you can explain. Calculate the pH of HCl and NaOH, right? Or barium hydroxide. The concept I already explained you. For this formula you should know that. But if you want to calculate, if this is giving and you have to determine pH, so directly you cannot get. There are two formulas you can use, right? Number one, either this formula you can use, you can directly calculate, and number two formula you can use, Kw equal to delta H plus concentration and OH minus concentration. So this OH minus is, there are how many? 2 OH. So you can write here 2 OH. So this you can use in this formula. And this you know that 1 into 10 to the power minus 14, and the concentration you will get H plus divided by this 0.02 multiplied by 2. This is because there is OH are 2 here. Then you H plus you calculate, then you will use pH is equal to negative log hydrogen ion concentration. This value you can put it here. So there are two methods, right? But this method is only one is enough, because directly H is giving and you calculate pH. Is this clear? The same, this is the second example I gave you.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, 1 minute. So you can calculate this one. Now this is another question. Now predict the direction of the following reaction in aqueous solution. So if you remember that the direction we determine in equilibrium, so we have to determine the reaction quotient Q value, and Q value is less than K and Q value is greater than K, then you decide which direction reaction is proceed, right? But here is a different method. Here is which conjugate acid or conjugate base are strong. You can decide on that basis which direction reaction proceed. Now look at an example. Go back again. HNO2. HNO2 These values are not giving here, but the values I will collect from here. HNO2, 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 4. And another is HCN. HCN, hydrocyanic acid, HCN. That is 4.9 minus 10. 4.9 times 10 to the power minus 10. Right? So now I will write here, then you understand. HNO2 is 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 4, right? That is okay, this is the Ka value, and this value is 4.9 times 10 to the power minus 10. So according to the K or K value, I told you last time, the K value is high, that is a strong acid, and K value is low, that is weak acid. So I will write here, if K value is high, that is strong acid. If K value is low, that is weak acid, right? You decide on this basis. So whenever acid and base question will be given in the exam, the Ka value will be given. Otherwise, how you identify? You cannot identify. So just go through the Ka value and you identify which one is strong acid, strong base. So now tell me now, which one is a strong acid, which one is weak acid? Tell me now, come on. Which one is a strong acid? Come on fast, don't waste the time.
HNO2.
HNO2, why? What is the reason?
The
Why
K
this is
is less.
HNO2 is strong
Bigger,
acid?
bigger.
Value is
The K value is
yes,
low or high?
is bigger.
Bigger, right? So this is high, right? This value is low. So this value is high and this value is low, so this is weak acid. So it is written here weak acid here, this is a strong acid. So just now according to that, if strong acid, what will be their conjugate base, strong or weak? If this is a strong acid,
It will be weak.
so now what will be the
Weak.
conjugate? This is acid, so this conjugate weak base, right?
Right.
Their conjugates are weak. Weak base. Weak base means this is H plus, NO2 is minus. This is weak base because negative. So it is weak base. This will not go back to HNO2 because this is strong acid, right? This is weak acid. HCN is weak acid. So their conjugate, this is weak acid, so this is equilibrium setup. So their conjugate is strong base, right? Because this is weak. Is it correct or not?
Correct.
Yes.
This is weak acid, so their conjugate base are strong. If this is strong, then they will react and they will change back to HCN. So look at here in the reaction. If this is strong acids, their conjugate base are weak. This is I have written here weak, right? And CN is conjugate base is strong because this is here. This is H plus CN minus, right? This CN minus is strong base. So this is conjugate strong base, right? This is strong base. This is strong acid. If both are strong acid and strong base on the left hand side, so the reaction is proceed right or left?
What teacher?
If on the left hand side both
So it
are
will-
strong acid and strong base, right? So the
Yes.
reaction direction is towards right or towards left?
if it's both strong in the left,
Right.
it will be to the right.
Yeah, because these both are strong, they will react very fast. So the reaction will be on the right side. Direction of reaction is on the right. All right. Now I will write NO2 minus plus HCN HNO2 plus Cn minus, right? So these are opposite direction, right? So this is weak acid, this is weak acid. If you compare, this is a strong acid. If this is a strong acid, so this is weak base. This is weak acid, so this is a strong base, right? So which direction reaction proceed now? If on the right side both are strong and a strong base and a strong acid, then the reaction forward or backward?
So
Backward.
go to the left.
That reaction go to the left because both are strong, right? So
Right.
this is on the left side. Okay. Another reaction I will write NO2 plus Cn minus HNO2 plus HCl, right? This is strong acid, this is weak acid, this is strong acid, so this is weak base, this is weak acid, so this is a strong base. Okay, so here is weak base, strong acid, and strong base, so strong acid, weak base, weak acid. So which direction reaction proceed?
Both ways, teacher. Both ways.
It will not go anywhere.
This will not go anywhere. This situation is equilibrium. You forget it.
No.
This is equilibrium.
Yes, look.
This condition is equilibrium. This will neither go left nor go towards. Right? This is at equilibrium. At equilibrium, this all parameters are all constituents are present. So this is this type of reaction will be, suppose you will get in the exam, but the K value will be given. So you can decide on the basis of K value, then you decide which direction reaction proceed. Clear? Or do you have any question now?
Yes, clear.
Clear.
Weak acid and acid ionization, just like this I already explained you how to write the K value. This is according to the law of mass action. For any reaction, this is all aqueous. So the K acid constant, the K value increase, the weak acid or strength will increase, as I already explained. The K value is decreased, so this strength will be decreased. All right, so these all are the K value for acid. Okay. Now, weak acid, again I told you, in the weak acid, you have to determine you have to use ice table, as I told you. But here, in the acid and base, we have to consider one thing as extra. We have to consider this, whether it is 5%. We have to determine the X value, if X value is greater than 5% or less than 5%. So we have to calculate approximation. What approximation? We will suppose X value is very, very less. Suppose, so we delete it. We delete x value, right? That is approximation, right? Then we calculate percentage of x. Whatever the value of x divided by the total value multiplied by 100. If this value is less than 5%, right? So the approximation is correct. If this value is greater than 5%, approximation is wrong. So we will not delete. So in this case, we cannot delete x value. Then I will solve the equation, then you understand. So ice table express equilibrium concentration in terms of x. So this ice value we will use ICE for any reaction. Suppose HF, we have weak acid, H plus F minus. Initial concentration whatever is giving, suppose this is 0.5, 0.5. Suppose what is the change? Just change you will get, because this always actually I have written some wrong. I will explain there. Yeah, it's already here. This is weak acid. This is weak acid. Its K value is 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 4. This value will be given in the exam. If this question is there, don't worry about that. So ice table we will use. Ice table for the weak acid. We will not that. We will not calculate directly because pH calculation. If you will do pH for this like this, pH is equal to negative log hydrogen ion concentration, because this is the H plus is here, because this is an acid, and you calculate is here minus log 0.036, and you will get answer that is wrong. Why it is wrong? Tell me now.
Because we have the molarity.
Because
I
it
mean
has
the concentration. The concentration. So we shouldn't use the log formula.
No, simple answer is because this is weak acid, I cannot use this. This formula is used only for strong acid. Remember that. Right? So this only for strong acid. For weak acid, we always use ice table first. So ice table pH of this molar concentration is giving. This is 0.036. Here is 0, 0 initially. How much is change? Minus x, because this is reduced. This is always increase. This always increase, plus equilibrium. That's that 0.036 minus x. This is x. This is x. Then now you put into equilibrium constant the concentration of H plus to the raised to the power 1 and the concentration of NO2 to the raised to the power 1 divided by the concentration of HNO2 to the raised to the power coefficient. So you can write here, this is x divided by 0.036 minus x. Is this clear? The same method I am using just like we have done in equilibrium chapter 14. So far, is it clear? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. Yes, they're clear.
All right. So now from this point, there is a extra point is that in this case, this portion we consider minus x means very less dissociation. So we consider this. We consider my 0.036 minus x is very less dissociation, So we delete x from here. So we consider is only 0.036, only we consider this. So now we will write here K equal to x square divided by 0.036. So this is an approximation. This is, we write approximation. Approximation. And this approximation will be, whether it is correct or not, then we will calculate. First we calculate x value here, and this value is 4.6 times 10 to the power minus 4. And the calculation is here. Yeah, this is here now. All right, this is, we have done same thing here. Here this is same situation, we are here now. So we see, look at here, it is written here, apply approximation. What approximation? This minus x we consider as 0.036, and we will use 5% rule. Why we consider this? Because we consider this x is very less dissociation. So we consider, we neglect it, negligible dissociation. So we will write like this here. This is the way we have already written. So x square is equal to this. Okay, x square equal to this multiplied by this. You will get this, and x value you get it. Now you will calculate percent composition. Percent composition is 4.0 times 10 to the power minus 3. This is the, you got it, and the total is how much? 0.036. Total concentration. Tell me how much you got. Come on, calculate. Come on, calculate.
0.1111.
0.11, right?
Yes.
So is this value 0.
Not
0.11
0.
Sir,
is less than 5%.
0.11.
Huh?
Just 0.11. Not 0.011.
Oh, 0.11. Okay. All right. Zero 0.1, right? 11. So this 0.11 is less than 5% or greater than 5%? %5 rule. So 5% rule is
It's great.
point. This is, look at here. If you this is 5% rule. This divided by this, you will get 11%, not 0.11. Yeah. So now because the percentage you calculate, so this is multiplied by 100, right? So you will get 11%. So 11%, this 11% is greater than 5%, right? Is greater than 5%. So our approximation is not correct. Our approximation is wrong. So that's why it is written here. Greater than 5%. So our approximation is not valid. So we must solve quadratic equation. So we have to write again the same method we have written. We will not remove. So we write here K equal to x square divided by 0.036 minus x, and this value is 4.1 times 10 to the power minus 4. This value you will not remove x, you directly calculate. So after calculation of the quadratic equation, you will find the x value here. There are two x value. One is small and another one is, quadratic equation. From the calculator, you can use directly quadratic equation for this formula. Then you calculate for x. X value, so you have to use here, only use the less concentration, less molarity. So which one is less? This one is less or this one is less? This is minus 4.3 minus 3. This is 3.8 minus 3. So which one is less?
I believe it's minus 4. It's way too small.
Minus 4.3, right?
Right.
So you have to look, you have to compare with 0.036 value, right? So 0.036 value, we will write here like this, 0.00038, and we will write here 0.0043, right? 1, 2, 3. So 0.0043 and this is 0.0038. So you always use the positive value in calculation. So you will consider this one, not the non-negative one. So we consider that one, pH is equal to this one we collected from there. We use the positive value, right? This is the positive value from quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, and then you calculate. So is it clear now how we explain, how we calculate, use ICE table? But in this way, one more step, because in chapter 14 directly you can calculate, no need to compare with 5%. All right, but here you have to compare with the 5% rule. Okay, then you will use whether this approximation is correct or not correct. If it is correct, it means less than 5%, it is correct. So directly you calculate the pH value. pH value you directly calculate whatever you get x value here, right? X value is this one. X value is this one. So you can directly calculate if approximation is less. Approximation is correct. Correct means the percentage is 5% less. If you are getting, then you will use this directly. If 5% is less, sorry, if the concentration X percent is less than 5%, then you will directly use this value, X value, and calculate pH. Calculate pH. If it is greater than 5%, then you have to use quadratic equation. Then whatever positive value you have used, then use this one in calculation pH value. So who will tell me now when we use quadratic equation and when we will not use quadratic equation? Tell me now.
We use the quadratic equation if our approximation is bigger than 5%.
Yeah, if approximation is not correct, it means that whatever we delete minus x, so that is our approximation. So it means that if you are getting greater than 5% rule, greater than, then it means approximation is not correct. If it is less than 5%, it means our approximation is correct, means minus x we remove, you remove that. If it is greater than 5%, then don't remove minus x, you have to calculate and use quadratic equation, and whatever x value positive you get it, use into the calculation, that is x value, and then calculate pH. Clear? All clear?
Clear.
See, it is little bit tough, but it's better to practice, right? Okay, this pH is like this. If you directly calculate pH, as I told you, without using ICE table, you direct use this and calculate pH, that you will get wrong result. Okay, So for weak acid, you always use ice table. This is the dissociation of K and Kb. Kb means the acid constant and base constant, and you know that Kw, that is the product of acid constant into the base constant, you will get Kw. So this is the Kw for this reaction. For Ka you will get this. Then this whole things, this A minus in presence of water react in OH minus, you get, and Ha you will get back. Okay. So in this case, this is the Ka value, acid constant, this is the base constant, this is the water constant. Okay, so this you have to memorize only, weak acid and its conjugate base. So this is acid and its base, Kw, Kb you calculate, Kw you know that, Ka value is giving, so Kb you can calculate it. What about the 8, 9? 8, 9, 10, 11. Why? I remove. .7 is okay. 15.8. Accent ionization. What is actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9. 7, 8 is not there and 10 is not there. 7, 8, 9 and 12. So 15.9. Okay, note down this, please. Hello.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, example in the book 15.9. Example, I'm talking, not the section. (15.9). Actually, this is 15.9.
Which page?
1 minute, 1 minute. This is 15.8 and this is 15.9. Clear to you? 15.9 example. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Yes, we can now.
Yes, look.
This is 15.9 example, right? The question is the pH you have to determine for this concentration, right? But no, pH is giving here. This is pH. And what is the Ka well, right? Ka you have to determine. It is a different question now. So first of all, you have to calculate the hydrogen ion concentration. You can, if you remember the previous formulas, you remember that many formula I already written. If pH equal to negative log hydrogen ion concentration, if you want to calculate hydrogen ion concentration, that should be 10 to the power minus pH. Clear? This formula you will use it here. So you calculate hydrogen ion concentration equal to negative log, equal to 10 to the power minus pH. So it means 10 to the power minus 2.39, right? So how much you will get? Look at here. These are the how we solve it. Is you see 10 to the power minus H plus concentration is added here. Okay, the major species are present in this example: formic acid, H plus proton, and formate ion. So negative log is equal to 2.39, and this 10 to the power, this you will calculate H plus ion concentration, right? That H plus ion concentration present in the solution, then you have to use ice table. So ice table, you know that initial concentration is 0.1 and initial is 0.0 in this the product. But how much change? Because the pH value already given, that's why you got this value. This much quantity is reduced from 0.1. It's not X, because this is already in the solution. That's why this quantity is reduced and this much quantity is added into this. this much quantity, the same quantity added into it. That is then the change. Equilibrium 0.1 minus this, not minus x before this, because that is the concentration only given, but here the pH is giving, right, of the solution. So it means how much concentration is there. So that is 4.1 times 10⁻³ is reduced from initial concentration, and it is same thing is adding into the H plus and add into HCO minus. Now these values you have to put into the formula. This formula is, you have written here, the product over reactant. This is the product divided by 0.1 minus this, and you will calculate all these things. You calculate K value, you get it. This is a simple calculation here. There is no x here, no need to calculate x, because directly x value is giving. So you can put direct x value into equilibrium system. So that is 0.1 minus x. This is reactant. So K value is this. Now K value is differs slightly from one listed in 15.3. The K value for this acid is little bit changed because the round off procedure we used in the calculation. It doesn't matter. Generally, you will get the same K value, whatever is written there, right? So this is the K calculation. In this, you will not calculate X value because this pH is already there. Once you calculate pH, then you have to use 5% rule as well as H plus concentration means X you calculate, then you will use into the formula. X is nothing but X is equal to H plus concentration. But if you want to calculate Ka value and pH is giving, so no need to use ice table you will use, but no need to use X value here. There is no X here. No need to calculate. Directly you will use equilibrium values input into the formula and calculate Ka value. Is this clear to you? So what is the difference between this question and previous question? What is the difference this question and previous question, right? Tell me now. Hello? Hello? Please
Yes,
listen
teacher.
my voice.
Teacher, yes.
So why you close it? Why you stop your mic, please? What happened? Tell me now truth. What happened? Why don't you respond in my first voice? What happened? You don't want to listen?
No, teacher, no. But my family just called me and I had to see what's the matter.
Your family told you?
No, they called me. They want something. And I want to see what's the matter. So I had to
What?
take up the mic. Just a few moments. I had to see my family. They called me. They want something.
Oh no, because I always doing like this, you people. You are not listen. You are not respond my question. Okay, this is time, no problem.
Thank you,
But
teacher.
other times you guys never respond my question. What's problem? I want to ask now.
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
maybe you close the mic. What happened? What about other student? Please open the mic, please. This is my request. Okay, tell me now what is the difference between this example and 15.8 example? What is the difference? Major difference. Tell me now.
Can you show us, Dr. 15.8 again?
What is the major difference between this example 15.9 and 15.8 we have done? There are two examples we did. What is the major difference? Why we are not using x here, and in the 15.8 example we calculate x? Why? What is the reason?
Unlike teacher in the last example, here we have the molarities. It's written down, the initial and the change. But there is no. If you put 8, there was no molarity written.
Okay. In the first experiment, in the first 15.8, we have to determine the pH. Okay. In the second one, we have already given pH. In the first one, we have to determine pH, so we should know how much X dissociate. X means H plus. That's why we use ice table and we calculate X. If pH already given, so no need to memorize, no need to calculate H plus, no need to calculate X. Whatever pH is giving, you have to determine the hydrogen ion concentration direct from pH, 10 to the power minus pH. That value is your hydrogen ion concentration. It is reduced from the reactant and it is to be added into the product directly. That's why I have written here minus and plus. So there is no X calculation here. Directly in equilibrium, at equilibrium you will determine minus 0.1 minus this value dissociate. This is X value is supposed to be, but you no need to determine X value here. This is already X. Clear the difference?
Yes.
Yes.
Clear.
All right, now this is, after that, this is already we have determined. 15.7 we already done. 15.6 is not in the course. Cross that, please. Weak base and weak acid ionization. Weak base and base ionization constant. No, 15.6 is in the course. 15.6 is there. Don't cross this, please. You know why? The weak acid and weak base both are same method. Okay, 15.6. Where is the 15.6? 15.6 is not here. 5. So 15.6. This is done now. This is 15. 15.6. Okay, so 15.6 is nothing simple for the weak base. Just like you have done for weak acid, similarly you will do for the weak base. The equation will be there. So you have to determine Kb. If Kb is high, it means strong strong base. If Kb is less, it means weak base. All right. All right. Now these are for Kb values. All Kb values are giving. You have to decide the Kb value, which one is strong base, which one is weak base. Suppose now you have to determine the pH of 0.4 molar ammonia solution. Ammonia solution is NH3. Ammonia solution. So ammonia is a weak base, right? So this is the ammonia you dissolve into water. So this initial concentration is 0.4, and now this is the reaction with water, ammonia plus ammonium, and OH minus is formed, right? And now we will not consider this water, and just only you have to look at here. This is the ions are present into this NH4 plus, OH minus, and NH3, the reactant. We use the ice table because this is weak base. So now this is weak base. Ammonia react with water, NH4 and OH minus. This reaction is giving 0.4000. If this is minus X, because you have to determine pH. So that's why we have to use minus X. This X is not giving in the equation. So minus X plus X plus X, and this is equilibrium. Then you will put into the same formula Kb, the product of the ions divided by the reactant, X square divided by 0.4 minus X. Kb value is giving here. If they use this approximation, minus X, you remove minus X, that is approximation, right? So that you will write minus X, you remove, so 0.4, and calculate X value. Then you have to use 5% rule. This is X value divided by 0.4. You will get 0.68%. And now you tell me whether this approximation is correct or approximation is wrong.
It is less than 5%.
So it's right.
Yeah, because it is less than 5%. So this approximation, whatever you did, is it correct or wrong?
Correct. Since it's less.
Correct.
Correct.
Right. It is valid. It is valid or correct. So it means no need to use quadratic equation here. Directly you have this, but you know that in case of acid, you have X is equal to H plus. Remember that, please. In case of base, you have X value, so the X value should contain OH minus. So remember this should be identified. It is up to you. In acid, you have to determine X, that will indicate H plus. If you are determining X in base, that's equal to OH minus. So that's why the whatever value you get is here, right? That will be equal to OH minus. So you have to determine POH first. If you will get POH, then pH you calculate it. So this is the case of base, right? But the method are same, concept are same, no difference at all. Okay, just only one step is extra here. OH is giving. So first you calculate POH, then you calculate pH. Any question now, please?
No, teacher, it's clear.
Clear.
Out of 25 students, only 2 student voice I am listening. Only 2 student voice. All right, now this is no need to. Second, this I already explained you, 15.7. All right, and now what 15.9 also there, 15.7, 8 is not there, and 9, molecular structure of acid. This one should be here after this. So $15.9. This I will just give you a brief idea of 15.9. 15.8 is not, 15.8 is what? This is 15.8. Just only 2 slides. I want to give you a brief idea about this. Only 15.8. So don't confuse, please. Just only few idea I will give you, only 2 slides. These are diprotic and triprotic acid. What are diprotic? Diprotic means 2 proton, right? So now suppose an example we have H2CO3. There are 2 proton here. So it has 2 dissociation. The first dissociation, what it has, H2CO3 dissociate into H plus HCO3 to 1 minus, sorry. This is one, right? Second dissociation is H, this one, H2CO3, then it dissociate again second time, plus you will get CO3 2 minus. So this only you understand. Diprotic acid, this one, and also another diprotic acid we have, example H2SO4. This is also diprotic acid. Diprotic acid. So first, but this is not weak acid. This is I'm not using in this case because this is not weak acid. I'm only using weak acid. Weak acid, number 1 H2CO3, and weak acid, we have weak acid, phosphoric acid, triprotic, hydrogen phosphate, okay, hydroiodic acid, okay. So just only remember this one. Weak acid which has 2 proton, and third one is triprotic acid. Triprotic acid. Triprotic acid means 3H plus should be there. 3H, 3 proton. So example is H3PO4, right? So this is example, it contains 3. So it has 3 dissociation. How this is 3 dissociation? H3PO4 dissociation, H plus H2PO4 2 minus, then this again dissociate, H plus HPO4 1 minus, then this again dissociate, H plus PO4, sorry, this is 1 minus, this is 2 minus, and this is 3 minus. So in this way there are 3 dissociation. This is diprotic and this is triprotic. So no need to calculate anything, just a brief idea I give you. These are the only 2 example I gave you. Number 1, this is number 1 example, and now number 2 example is H2SO4. Oh, sorry, H3PO4. H3PO4. This one here, triprotic acid, because this is weak acid. So just only these 2 examples you have to memorize. Just only how we dissociate. No calculation, nothing. How many dissociation it has. So diprotic, it has 2 dissociation constant, Ka1 and Ka2. It has 3 dissociation constant. Number 1, what? H3. So number 1, this is Ka1. Ka1, this is Ka2, this is Ka3. There are 3 dissociation constant. So now this is all about 15.8. Example, don't do it. 15.11, this for example for this, no need to do. Write down then please. Just only general concept. Okay, just only the name and how to dissociate. 15.9, molecular structure of a strong acid or strong base. Just only few example I will give you. I will not take all. All right. because here 9 is there, but 7.8 brief I will add it here now. 15.8 brief. Brief about diprotic and triprotic. All right. Okay. Okay, now this is 15.9. Only 2 slides. I will brief you this. Okay, no need much. I will not explain all these things. Only these 2 slides. Molecular structure and acid strength. Suppose you have this X and X, or H and X. So you will get H plus and X minus, right? So this is, suppose X value, suppose we will calculate X value, maybe it is chlorine, bromine or iodine, X value. So in case of this, the bond is stronger, this is one, this bond, you know, the stronger the bond, the weaker the acid. You remember this one, stronger the bond and weaker the acid. So just like you remember in the chapter 2, the electronegativity of fluorine equal to 4, right? So because the more electronegativity of this fluorine is here, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, then chlorine electronegativity is 3 or 3.5 I think, and bromine is 2.5 and iodine is maybe 2, something like this. So they have the electronegativity is going to be decreased. So more electronegative, so they will make a strong bond. So this is in case of HF, HCl, HBr, HI. So this bond is this bond is strong. So this acid is weak. You know why? What is the reason? this H will is tightly bonded with F, and F cannot release H plus in the solution. So that's why the strong acid is the one which can easily release H plus into the solution, that is strong acid. but any chlorine or bromine or fluorine which cannot release H plus into the solution easily, that is weak acid. Okay, so the reason is, question will be asked, okay, why HF is weak and HI is strong acid? Okay, the question sometime you will get, why HF is weak acid and HI is strong acid. Reason. What is the reason? What reason you will give?
I can say it's more down the league table, stronger acidity.
Just only 2 points. Number one, you will write, stronger the bond, right? Weaker the acid. Weaker the acid. Now HF, this bond is strong because this is all, they will attract, they will make a strong bond. So this is a strong bond. So it is a strong bond. That's why this HF is weak acid. Okay, because this is 4 and this is 2 here, right? Electronegativity, right? Now you will take HI. This is very less, 2.0. So this will not attract more, right? So this bond is weak. This bond is weak. This bond is weak. So HI easily release H plus to the solution. So this becomes strong acid. So HF is weaker than HCl, HCl is weaker than HBr, HBr is weaker than HI. Both concept will be same for all. So you understand this concept? Anybody can explain me why HI is stronger than HF?
Yes, doctor.
Tell me now.
HF, because it's strong bond, it will be weak acid. HI, it's
Which one?
HF is strong bond, so it will be weak acid.
Right. And HI
And
is a weak
opposite
bond.
the HI. HI is weak bond, so strong acid.
So why it is a strong bond and why it is weak bond? What's the reason? Because the fluorine has high electronegativity, they will make a strong bond. And iodine has less electronegativity, they will make weak bond.
Yes, doctor.
Clear? So this is here weak, right? HF is weak. And now these are HCl, HBr, HI. See, these all are strong. Strong acid is strong as compared to others.
Doctor,
See, HI is more strong because 298 weaker bond, right? But strong acid. So that's why, see, bond enthalpy is less. This bond enthalpy is very less, right? Bond enthalpy is 298.3 is less than 366.1 is less than 431.9. This is HI. So this is, sorry, Allah, less bond enthalpy. So bond enthalpy is less than this. So this is a strong bond. This is weak bond. So now this HI is a strong acid, then HCl, then HBr. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more is less. That is HF. 568.2. 568.2. This is very high, right? Bond length is very high, strong. That's why it's strong bond. HF, right? So this is greater than HF, right? So this HF is very weak acid. This is a strong acid. So that is only 2 slides for 8 and 9. So don't confuse and look at in the book. All examples you cross this. Just only remember these 2 slides.
Doctor,
Yes.
now we are comparing the bonds, but if we have single one, for example, hydrogen and chlorine, this bond, the second one, for example, if
Okay.
it's single, how we can know it's strong or weak? Now we are not comparing.
No, so definitely which one is strong, which one is weak, always giving more than 2 or 3 acids. Then you compare it on the basis of K value. If I give you this one and I will ask which one is a strong acid, the K value must be given.
The question will be like comparison. We will give us
Comparison. So yes, so K value will be given. If K value is given, you can decide. If bond enthalpy is given, you can decide. Less the bond enthalpy, stronger the acid, right? Higher the bond enthalpy, weaker the acid. Higher the greater the K value, stronger the acid. Lesser the K value, weaker the acid. Just only on both bases you can decide. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Only this is the last one is finished now. This is done. So inshallah I will repeat again. Not now, in the next Wednesday. Okay? So this is only one slide left. I will repeat some more questions here so you can understand. Okay, I will just upload this presentation again on the Blackboard, so you will get it all this thing, all slides. But don't confuse 8 and 9. That is also in the course, but only 2 slides. So that is very simple. You can understand. So these are the total slides I have here. 52 slides. Okay, don't worry. Any questions, sir, you have?
No, thank you, teacher.
No, thanks.
All right, you can go, no problem. I have another class.